Okay, so we got the pyramid team ready, and they're just waiting to launch the draft. And we're gonna start to see the bans. There are 3 bans for each team, and they're gonna select them in a 1-2-1-2-1-2 style, and then we're gonna have the team captains pick the civilizations needed for each team. And there we go. The draft actually started. They have 60 seconds to get each ban done. A total of 6 bans, 3 each team, and let's see how this will play out. What don't they want to see on this map? I wanted to talk a bit about the primordial map. The primordial map is not mainly, I should say, land-based. It has a lot of land, but it's more split as we're used to. It's not a whole landmass. It's not connected or as we're used to on Pangea. It looks more like a fractal map than anything else. And the first bans are on. We got Mali, Mansa Musa, and Norway. Interesting choice here. I wouldn't have picked Norway as a first ban here. Very, very interesting. It has taken some nerf, especially after the Monumentality nerf, the Monumentality discount nerf. Mansa Musa, as we know, it's one of the casino style picks most of the time. If you do get a lot of desert, if you do get to sim, you're gonna get a win. If you don't, and you're gonna be stuck in an irrelevancy war, or an early war, I should say, against an enemy that is close by and powerful, you're not gonna go anywhere. So yeah, it's one of those civilizations that you do need do need backup from your friends. You do need a little bit of luck at the beginning. And now we have Japan as the third ban. Interesting choice of a ban, but very, very good, I should say. Japan has been a favorite in a lot of the games in the past few months, I would say. It is an extremely adaptable civ, even with the nerfs that have been applied to it, especially the commercials that do not get adjacencies from the rivers. They do have the unique unit, the Immortal, and the +5 on the coast, while their boats get an extra +5 in shallow water. A fourth ban is up, Mapuche, another favorite of a lot of the games here. Mapuche is strong on the water and is strong on the land. It gets a +5 over civilizations that are in a golden age, so it's dangerous to go into a golden age while you are near Mapuche. It's not as strong as it used to be in vanilla. As far as I know, it was cut in half. The bonus was cut in half from 10 to 5, but still very, very strong. Then we have Daido, a big naval powerhouse here. Daido is especially known for its naval production. It gets the Kothon as the naval, as the harbor or replacement harbor, and that Kothon gives 50% production towards ships, while you do get the cards, the policy cards as well. So basically, you're gonna get a lot more boats produced or outproduce your outproduce your enemy. It also gets a special early replacement for the galley, that is the Byrim, a lot stronger than the Byrim. And there we go, the sixth ban of this game has been chosen. It is Rome. Another great pick. Actually, these are from what I can see, except the first one, except Mansa Musa and Norway, I see a lot of the civilizations that were extremely picked here, and I'm interested to see if they're gonna pick England here, Victoria. That is the counter of Dido, and of course, if there is no Dido in the game, Victoria has a free reign over the map. So let's see. Yeah, that is exactly the first pick. It looks like the low skills animals went for Victoria. That is how they wanted to draft this. And we now see the Frenchies start to pick. What will they pick to actually counter Victoria? Eleanor of Aquitaine, that is France Eleanor? No, it is England Eleanor actually. They chose England Eleanor. It gets iron and coal mines accumulate 2 more resources per turn, 100% production towards military engineers, 20% production towards industrial zone buildings, harbor buildings, increased strategic stockpiles, and it does get 100% production towards theater square buildings. That is the Eleanor trait. Of course, it does get the Sea Dock and the Royal Navy Dockyard, but it don't get free ships. It looks like they're gonna go for a lot of naval civilizations here. We got Gitarja, that is Indonesia, picked next by Chuck Morris, and Luke from the LSA team is going for Philip II. Philip II has been played yesterday, and I was really looking forward to see the conclusion of that game, or I should say the mid to late game. One of the, I should say, less picked civilizations because you do need a little bit of luck to get it going. It does have the mission, and as you can see, the mission gets +1 science for every adjacent campus and holy site district. It also gets 1 housing at civil service and 2 science at enlightenment, so it will boost to 3 science. But as you can see, above that line of text, down there, you got +2 faith and another +2 faith and +1 production with +1 food if on a different continent. So basically you can get amazing tiles if you get a continent split near your capital city. That is the power of Spain. You also get better trade routes. If you are between multiple continents, they receive bonus gold and bonus food and production if you send them to your city. The unique unit is extremely powerful. It's called the Conquistador. It is a replacement of the musket, and it gets a +10 combat strength when there is a religious unit in the same hex. Most of the time players are using it with missionaries, just straight up missionaries. You can also buff that with maybe Defender of the Faith or Crusader against another opponent, so you get a +17 bonus. It is extremely powerful as a unit, especially if you get to nationalism really quickly. Not that has been happening often or that often. Peter has been chosen as the 3rd civilization for the LSA team, Russia. No surprise there, they are a Russian team, they want to play Russia. Mother Russia, extra territory upon funding cities, +1 faith and +1 production from Tundra. Units do not receive damage from blizzards, and civilizations that are at war with Russia receive 100% unit damage from blizzards in Russian territory. Of course, they do have the renowned Cossack as a unique unit. It replaces the cavalry, and it gets a +5 combat strength with fighting in or adjacent to its home territory. It is an extremely maneuverable and powerful unit. Next up, we got, of course, a French team picking Catherine de' Medici, another favorite of this tournament with its extra diplomatic visibility and free spy that it gets at the castle's technology. It gets +20% production towards medieval Renaissance and industrial era wonders, while the tourism from wonders of any era is 50% more. A great unique unit, that's the Guard Imperial, and you can really stack the bonuses from the diplomatic visibility. If you do not know, if every point of or level, I should say, of diplomatic visibility gets you an extra +3 attack or defense against an enemy. So if you stack them up, so for example, you get a set diplomatic visibility level, and then you get another one when you reach printing, and you can get another one when you get your spy inside an enemy city and use the mission to gather intelligence. So that's a +9 right there. You can also buff that if you get a level 2 spy to a +6 just from the spy, so that would be a +12 if you can get for example a general. It really goes up to a +17, which is getting a scary territory, especially if you do have more science than your opponent. You can really overpower any enemy near you. Next up, we got Malm picking CivRus, that is Persia, and all units get +3 combat strength, an amazing unique unit that is called the Immortal. It gets an extra ranged attack, that is 2 range attack, strong defense strength, and it replaces the Swordsman. It does require less overall iron, it gets 5 instead of 10, and Persia is really well known for its adaptability or being alone, not only the war powers. It gets the trade routes capacity, extra trade route capacity with political philosophy. It gets extra gold and culture from the trade routes, and no, they are changing civs. Okay, never mind. We're gonna see them play something else. I guess they wanted to pick in order of their strategy, not in order of their of how they want to play this, or who wants to play what. You can see the players asking if they can change slots with teammates. That is because a higher slot gets a higher order or a higher priority when you get to choose great people, when you finish wonders at the same turn. Even at the wins, if you, for example, win a science victory over your opponent that wins a culture victory in the same turn, and you have a higher slot than him, you will get the science victory, and so forth. There are a lot of advantages for being first in the lobby. And there we go. We're gonna see the first version of the map. As we are used to at turn 8, we're gonna pause the game and wait and have a vote. I think because we're using the MP helper mode, I think it was implemented that we are now holding a vote. Every team has one token, one reset map token, and they can choose to use it or not. We're gonna see if we're gonna have more than one map here. It wasn't that used actually at the beginning when it first it was implemented. It was extremely used, and after a while it got the players found out that even if you remap, you don't always get a better map, and you should only remap if you actually have big issues with your map, then rather than just remapping to maybe get a better spawn. It's not usually the case. It doesn't happen all the time, I should say. So actually, look at this. The map generator is actually contradicting me right now. It looks like this map is more like a 2 landmass, an extremely big landmass and one smaller one. We're gonna have which is this England, Victoria, settling on all of this continent. Wow, this is a lot of land to settle for Victoria. On the other side, he has the other England in the Irish seat, so they're gonna fight it out. We're gonna see England versus England in this game. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Then we're gonna have, let's see, France here in the middle with a more than decent spawn. He has a good campus, actually 2 good campuses, 3 good campuses. Oh my god, that is actually more than good. Very good land as we're used to. France, sometimes you feel like it has a good spawn bias. Then Australia here on the west side. Should have started with the west side, but never mind. With the coastal spawn, as we know, Australia does get extra housing from being on the coast. It will get fresh water as well, so it's gonna be this city will be amazing. Let's check out his appeal here. I wanted to see. Oh, actually no, this is the appeal. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is, oh my god, look at this. Guys, this is a wheat tile, 2 reefs around it, so that's a +4, right? And it gets another what, +3 or +4? Let me check. I think a +3. Yeah, there we go. So it's another +3 for breathtaking for campuses, commercials, holy sites, and theater squares. So basically, this would be a +7 right off the bat. Oh, I really like Luke's spawn here. Very, very lucky. Very good spawn. He can settle more cities to the on the coast to the right and to the south. He can also take the midland here. No issues there. Overall, it's other than that tile, I don't see an extremely good appeal on other tiles. I guess you can call this good appeal, but it's only a +3, and he could have this desert actually. Look at this desert, 3 from the mountains, 3 from that's a +6, right? It's pretty good, pretty good. And we did see a city state, a new city state that is Singapore. Singapore. Let's check out its bonuses. This city state has been introduced recently, and I can't see its bonuses. What is this? Okay, interesting. Let's check out the civilian. Okay, there we go. So it is an industrial city-state first of all, and the Singapore suzerain bonus. Your cities receive +2 protection for each foreign civilization they have a trade route to. And looks like one of my cats has come to say hello. And went back. As we are used to, the industrial city-states get extra production for wonders, buildings, and districts in the capital, and then they get extra production when you when you build an extra building in the industrial center. Let's go on to the next civilization. We got here Indonesia with a pretty good spawn here. They're gonna need to buy him that amber tile. Not sure if they wanna wait until he grows to population 2 or he's gonna buy it now. They don't really have the gold in the first turn, and now it's turn 2. We're gonna wait and see if they actually give him the gold to buy that tile. Hello Minato. I do not think in the case of Singapore it counts as a foreign civilization because they are called minor civilizations, I believe, and I think it's about the major civilizations, that's the players or AIs in the game. But it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of situational, right? Because you're not gonna get that many civilizations to trade with. As you know, trade routes do have a limit of tiles and to travel, and it's not often that you get them to more than maybe 2 civilizations around you. Usually you want to maximize the bonus you get from sending it to 1 because you have a research or a culture alliance. Let's see, Russia and Persia really close to each other here. Milamber and Mr. Love from Moscow. They're gonna have to fight each other at some point in the game. It looks like Russia did get, I should say, a decent amount of tundra here. He chose not to settle on the coast, and it looks like he's only gonna get 1 city on this river of his. He does have other settles to the right, and I guess 1 to the left, but it's not that good. He could settle here on the river. It's gonna be interesting what Milamber does, if he's gonna send his first settler towards Russia, if he finds him out, or if he's gonna go towards the south here on this river. I think honestly, if he doesn't find Russia to his north, I think he's gonna go to the south. We're gonna have to wait this out and see. Probably he's gonna go for Zangi Dangxia. That is a wonder that gives you extra general points, 2 general points, and the commercial or merchant points, I should say. If you have 1 tile into your city's borders, it's a very good wonder to use. There we go. So we can see the description. 3-tile impassable natural wonder. It appears as a mountain and provides 2 great general points and 2 great merchant points if you own at least 1 of these tiles. It is again a very, very good wonder to use. Unfortunately, the tiles around it, they're not that good. He has desert hills next to it. He's not gonna have many tutus to work at the beginning, so a city there will only provide him the bonus of getting maybe a general or merchant points and or merchant points. Let's see, the first merchant is not that good. It's a Holeus, it's called. It grants a free copy of the luxury resource on this tile to your capital city. It's not one of those extra trade routes that would be amazing on Persia. And do we have any other civilization in the game? No. So we're gonna have, let's check out their proximities here. Australia Luke, that is from the LSA team, we're probably gonna fight Chuck Morris, and Chuck Morris does have an early advantage. And remember, Indonesia will get an amazing unit, that is the Jong, that gets an extra bonus, attack bonus from being escorted, and usually players escorted with scouts, an extremely powerful unit. It does require niter, so we're gonna have to wait and see who's gonna provide him niter. From what I can see near his land, he does not have niter of his own. Hello there, Diffusey. Good question. Who is playing Spain? What is Spain? I didn't talk about Spain. You're right. What is Spain? Yeah, this is Spain. Okay, nice. That was the last one. Solo is playing Spain. Good catch there. Spy spawn. He has a coastal spawn as well on the tip of a peninsula there. Is interesting land, but let's see his continent split. Oh no, he does not have a continent split. That is quite unfortunate here, and he's gonna need to adapt as much as possible to the land he has. He will probably need to help his Australian teammate here, Luke, to go against Indonesia. It doesn't look like he's in any position to help Victoria go against Eleanor. So let's see how this will play out. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really curious to see if this time Spain will actually go for religion. It doesn't look like, first of all, he has a good holy site, and second of all, it would actually help him. Hello there, Killwiz, and yes, you are right. From Kumasi's wording, city-states are explicitly called city-states. I think England will be really happy to settle Lake Redpa, that is to the south of him here. He's gonna get that awesome city of Awe and a +4 harbor, while he's gonna get a 2-1-2-2 tile to work. That is extra culture in his cities. As we know, in the new meta, culture is extremely important. And there we go. This is turn 8. We're gonna have the players cast their votes if they want to remap this or not. It doesn't look like they actually need to remap this. I mean, I think both teams want to keep this. It looks like they're quite far apart. They didn't really meet each other. I didn't see a war declaration sent, and it looks like they're evenly matched. Ooh, interesting. Mr. Russia here is sending his scout to the west side. He's clearly wanting to further settle Persia. Will he go for an early religion there? And as I was saying, this is the remap vote. It's an interface right now instead of just plussing or minusing in the game chat or Discord. And every player that is green, he actually voted. It doesn't tell us what they voted or not, but and there we go. Players in red voted against. The majority of players, all of the players, voted against remapping this primordial map, and it looks like this will be the map chosen to play this game. This is the second week of the Civilization World Cup, and we're gonna see LSA play. I wanted to say the Confined Mongers, but now they are called the Pyramid. That is not solo rank. This is not solo rank. Solo rank is playing for the Koreans. This is a solo from the Russian team. I don't know that many details, so I can share with you honestly about him. Maybe I can find more on his. Let me see. Let me open up his Steam profile here. Maybe we can see more there. So he's a player from the Russian Federation. He has around 4,300 hours in Civilization 6, so that is a very good amount of hours, more than decent, I should say. Clearly an experienced player, so we're gonna need to see how he will fare, how he will do in a competitive environment, in a tournament. I really like the spawn of Ponyo here of France, Catherine de Medici. He's gonna get to seem really, really good here. Get a lot of cities up, get a lot of bonuses from his campuses. He could actually go for, look at this, the Mato Tipila Wonder. That is a wonder that gives extra production and faith to the tiles around it. Beautiful incense tile on it, a 2-2-3 tile. And I think that is the way he needs to go. Don't think he, oh, he did. Yeah, he did find it with that scout. So I think that is the way he should go right now. Let me actually open up his point of view to see. Yeah, there we go. He does know about the wonder, and he's clearly sending his settler towards it. Uh, Amazing, amazing wonder to have early game. As we are used to, the first pantheon of the game has been chosen, and I think it was, yeah. So I'm not sure exactly who got it, but let me check. Mm, interesting. I feel like I want to say that Indonesia should have gotten it. Indonesia usually gets it at 6, at turn 6, but Russia, I think, got a lot of faith as well. Yeah, he was making at least 2 faith attempts, so it was about the same time. It looks like religious settlements has been chosen by Russia as a pantheon of choice, and he does have already 2 settlers out on the field. One is in dangerous territory between. Look at these volcanoes and the settler between it in a forest. It's very dangerous. And he's for settling hard Persia here. Persia does not know the danger, and I don't think Russia knows about Persia either. This is gonna be a surprise for both of them. What will happen here? But he does get a little bit lucky, and the volcanoes do not blow up. Yeah, his settler is still alive. In the meantime, most players got their first settler out. We can see Australia going for that north settle, and I think he should actually rush campuses here with that +7. It's gonna be amazing. And let me see. No, he's going animal husbandry. Okay, this is an interesting choice. Um, Honestly, I think it was worth it to go for this +7 campus. You're gonna make up anything you lost by not going there really, really fast. Let's check out the city states in the meantime. So we do have 4 science city states in the game: Geneva, Fez, Babylon, and Hattusa. Uh, 3 commercial ones: Zanzibar, Cahokia, and Bandar Brunei. 2 military ones: Akkad and Gazargamu. While there is only 1 production city state, that is Singapore, and no faith city state. No faith city state. Interesting. 2 culture city states remaining: Vilnius and Caguana. That is a new city state implemented with the Frontier Pass. It allows builders to make the Beatty improvement. It gives +1 culture and +1 culture for every adjacent bonus resource and entertainment complex. It increases to +2 culture when exploration is discovered. So quite a interesting, interesting improvement, I should say. It resembles a lot the Moai. Another pantheon has been chosen. It looks like fertility, right? Is the pantheon of choice for Ponyo. And again, what is this? Why is he not going for the Wonder? Wow. Okay, he's going actually north. Well, he will improve the time on tile. He will. And there we go. It looks like Milamber did settle the Zangi Dangxia Wonder, and he's gonna start to get his general points quite soon. He just settled it, so next turn we're probably gonna see him get 2 general points and 2 great merchant points. Did he discover animal husbandry? That is interesting to find out. Let me see. So he can work this 2/2 tile. From the fact he actually bought it, I think he did discover. He's working right now on bronze working, and yes, he did discover animal husbandry. He knows this is a horse style, and that's why he did buy it. As we know, horses on plain styles are 2/2, 2 food and 2 production as yields, and they can replace. They can be quite helpful when you get terrain like this. Amazing tiles. Look at this. South of England, south of Plymouth, that is Victoria City, or capital city, I should say. A volcano exploded, and look at these beautiful tiles. It improved them with volcanic soil. We got 3/2s everywhere. Even a 3/4/1 tile that can, of course, be improved with either farms or mines. Early on, you can build. As far as I know, mines, and then later on you're gonna get to build farms. Very nice tiles to work. To be fair, you don't even need to spend the builder charge on them. You can just work them right off the bat at the beginning. As you know, until you get apprenticeship discovered, you won't get an extra, like 2, I should say, 2 production for your mines. And there we go. We got Luke getting that campus. It's a 3-turn campus. It's gonna give him +7. Was I right? Yes, that is a +7 campus. Amazing science at the beginning for Australia, but he will need it as much as possible. He will also get a good harbor in his first city. That's gonna be a +5 with the 2 fishes, the 2 from his capital and another 1 from districts. And he's gonna need all the science he can get against Indonesia here. He's gonna need gold. He's gonna need to get to caravels soon, and he's gonna need to try and tackle Indonesia before it gets its unique unit. Indonesia is gonna have quite a few good tiles to work here. God of the Sea, as we saw, has been chosen by him. That gives it an extra production for the fisheries, or for the fish tiles, I should say. And look at those 2/2/1/1 amber tiles, 2/2/3 crabs, the 3/2/1 fish, and overall very good production here. He's actually gonna get amber to his teammates. He's not going for a fourth settler. Instead, he's gonna go for builders, and at the moment I don't see him with a galley. So he didn't get to scout that much. England, in the meantime, that is Eleanor, did get a galley, and he's getting his second one, a third settler out, and he's probably gonna settle somewhere, I hope, on the coast here. He's gonna need all the help he can get on the coast, since his duplicate civilization, that is Victoria, on the other side of the coast here, will probably get a lot of ships from their harbor, from his harbor. So it's gonna be interesting to see this naval battle between the two Englands. I don't think I ever seen in a tournament match Eleanor go against Victoria on the water here, on the ocean, in the ocean. Let me see if the biggest wonder, has been No, it doesn't look like we got the Bermuda Triangle in the game here. Not even sure if it can spawn in this map. Mount Vesuvius to the south of Vilnius and to the northeast of England here, of Malm, already starting to blow up. It improved the tiles around it with volcanic soil, giving extra culture and extra science. Very good wonder to settle. We're gonna need to wait and see where England is gonna send his settler. Not even sure he actually met the wonder. I see he has a scout, but it's a Persia scout actually to the north there. At the moment, I don't see he actually scouted this. But let's check out his point of view. No, he didn't. He does not know about the wonder. And there we go. The war declaration has been sent to the enemy team, and I think Milenberg, yeah, he just saw what is happening here. He just saw Russia for settling him hard, and he's gonna want that land back. Russia does have an extremely good tile to defend himself. That is a one tile choke, and he does have quite a few volcanoes on the left and on the right, and he can shoot from 3 tiles while keeping a mini unit in the choke. So again, very good defensive wall there that he could do it, but let's see if he can actually do it, because we've seen players with an extremely good defensible land, and somehow they didn't plug the chokes at the right time, and enemy units just poured through. Ooh, exposed settler here, waiting to be snatched by Persia. Will he actually get the first move here? This is gonna be interesting. If shift enter is gonna be the case. Shift enter, no, nobody's shift entering, nobody's moving. Mexican standoff here. He actually moved the slinger on it. Okay, interesting. He could have shift entered and the trader would have moved on the slinger instead. Oh well, it happened. An extreme amount of iron tiles, by the way, in Russia's capital city. 3 iron tiles from what I can see. 1 sheep tile, 2 sheep tiles that he could work. Those are 2 to 1 tiles. Because it is Russia, it gets an extra production and faith on the tiles, on the tundra tiles. Russia already with 1 great prophet project in the bank. He's working on another in 2 turns holy site prayers, and is gonna need to pick soon-ish a religion. We're gonna need to wait and see what kind of religion he picks. He clearly, I think he sees that Persia is making general points. Persia did not go for an encampment though, so he's not gonna be able to get a project out. And unfortunate here. It looks like Malm did get the switcheroo on Russia's trader, and he might actually get to pillage it next turn. At the moment, a clear lead in science by Luke, that is Australia, with that +7 campus. He is getting 14 science. He is lagging a little bit behind in culture, only making 3, while most of the players in the game are making around 5 or 7. Yes, I guess he could catch up. He's on 3 cities right now, and look at that, he's finishing the monument. 1 in Perth next turn, and another 1 in 2 turns in Canberra. He did get the slinger out and a builder. He's probably gonna get to improve his land soon. In the meantime, he's getting scouted by France here. That is Ponyo, and that was quite a long way for his scout to go. And still, for some reason, France is not settling to the south, but I guess these are good tiles as well to work, especially next to those volcanoes. It's gonna be, I guess, dangerous terrain though. those volcanoes will keep blowing and blowing, and I guess they will kill the population. Not sure if that's the best idea, but we're gonna have to wait and see if it is in the long term. Those are closed cities, and at the moment France does not know if he has a connection to the outside world on the water, so probably that is the reason he's reluctant to go on the coast, so he won't have to defend himself from you know naval powers. Another explosion from the volcano. 4-2 tiles everywhere. 5-2 tile, 2-3, 4-1-1 one tile. Very good here. And let's see what happened. Did he actually manage to pillage it? Unbelievable. Mal with a great switcheroo there. Last move, third move for his scout. Managed to snatch and pillage the trader from Russia. Is England doing here? Oh my god, England going for Fire Goddess. He's gonna get an extra +4 faith from his volcanic soil tiles, and look at that. He's already making 12 faith a turn from just 3 tiles. He's gonna get to improve them as well. Amazing pantheon here. And it does look like Malm is going for. Oh, wait, I was saying Malm earlier? Wait a second, who's Persia? Milamber, sorry, Milamber with the switcheroo, the great switcheroo. Malm is Eleanor here, and he's going for Mount Vesuvius. Uh, Probably gonna go on the coast from the looks of it. I did see the religion being picked here, but I didn't look at it. So it's Feed the World and Defender of the Faith for Russia. He's gonna get combat units gain +5 combat strength when within the borders. So it does look like most of his units will get that extra +5. It will counter Persia's +5 from the general, and Persia will only get the +3 on attack. Let's see if that will be enough to actually push those tiles. As we know, the Immortals are units to fear. So another 5 turns for Persia to get it. Yeah, imagine for settling Persia. I mean, this is a one tile choke, right? So I think he can easily keep it closed if he gets a unit there, even if it's one single one single warrior. It's still gonna be enough for a swordsman. If he gets 3 archers here, any unit that will pop on this copper tile will get, I should say, destroyed. Yeah, it looks like France did settle that 5-2 tile we were looking at earlier, and look at that, he's already getting pop 2 in that city, getting the monument in only 4 turns, and extra science from that iron tile to the south. Amazing tiles, amazing tiles. This is, I guess, the power of the Primordial map. It will give you a lot of volcanic soil tiles. They will improve the yields around them as as soon as the volcanoes explode, and even if you're gonna get some population loss, even if you're gonna get some tears because you lost some units, you might get in the long term very good land to work and settle. The problem is, of course, to get more out of the tiles than you actually lose in from the explosions. That is why I think this settle is extremely dangerous. I mean, if these explode every, let's say, 5-10 turns, the city will not grow over 5 pop anyway, so he's not gonna get to work those amazing tiles. We are 5 turns away from changing the era, and as we are used to in the 4v4 setting, most of the players will probably get a guaranteed golden age at the beginning. You do get an extra bonus, an extra era score bonus when you reveal all the when you see all the civilizations. Yeah, there we go. So having finally met the people of Russia, we have a funny feeling that there are no remaining civilizations out there. Plus 3 era score. Looks like Russia is going archer heavy, and I mean, I understand his land is kind of built for that, but at the same time, the immortals are extremely good units against archers. Well, most of the time they two-shot archers, so he's gonna need to get melee units here soon. Not sure if I don't see any. I don't see any pre-builds. How soon is it? I already see Persia's 3 warriors pre-builds here. He's gonna get a general soonish. I think he's what 3 turns away from getting a general, 2 turns away, and his unique unit is see 2 turns away from getting his unique unit. Aren't working next turn. We just rolled over, and in the meantime, Russia is at horseback riding 2 turns. Is he even getting horses from anywhere? Maybe his teammates or something. Why is he going horseback riding? Well, he has a lot of iron here. Oh, Malm getting a little lucky there and finding a relic. Very, very nice here. Getting that extra faith, extra tourism. So looking at the yields tab, we do have Chuck Morris with 15 science and 18 culture. It looks like he's making almost double the amount of Australia's culture. Australia is making a little bit more science with 17, but only 10 culture. Russia is steadily going for it strong there. 16 and 15, 16 science and 15 culture, while we have Milamber on 6 and 9, so clearly Milamber is a little bit behind. But Russia did make +4 campus here in Astrakhan, and did get the religion, so he's getting +5 on defense. The problem is he doesn't have the religion in his second series because he rushed it. He didn't wait for his second Lavra to be built, and because of that, his religion, when he activated the Great Prophet, did not spread into the in both cities that had a holy site in or Lavra. In the case of Russia here, and there we go. We do have the immortals out on the field. Milamber upgrades the first one on the borders of Russia here next to that copper tile. He's probably gonna get next turn. Yeah, there we go. The great general, first great general, and I think he's the only one making points. Not even with an encampment. That's pretty funny, actually. Okay. I mean, they're not that close. I guess in this case, the great admirals will be more important. There are a lot of naval civilizations in the game, and we're gonna need to wait and see who's gonna get the good ones. The +3, the extra visibility, the 20% naval production and stuff like range production, I should say. And of course, another good question would be what kind of golden ages will they go for? This is getting extremely dangerous for Russia, by the way. The moment he does not have a unit or pre-builds in his city next to Persia, and look at that, the units are already starting to fight each other, and this immortal will just destroy that archer. It's not gonna be a fair fight. He does have a general right now in his capital city, and he just recruited the first great merchant as well. He's gonna get the choice of getting the next one. I don't see anyone actually getting commercial points. There's already a boat war here, I should say. On the one tile choke of England, we have Black Monkey trying to get out of his, I should say, bay, or what is it? Yeah, bay, the English Channel. It looks like there's only one English galley that is blocking his way out, and by the looks of it, he cannot actually push it. Eleanor, that is Malm, does have oligarchy already, so it receives a +4 combat strength from it. And I think he wants to find out if there is any way for England to come out from back there. It doesn't look like there's any way until there's at least the first melting of the polar caps. That's gonna be a long, long time. Oh, this immortal. Okay, now I see a horseman in production, but again, I think I would have preferred swordsman in this case. And let's see if the horse actually can do the trick here. He does have again a lot of iron, and he does not have defender. This city is without defender. He really needs to spend that faith to get missionary. Uh, Unfortunately, he doesn't even have a shrine in his lavra, and because the lack of a shrine, he cannot actually buy a missionary. Okay, the city actually will convert in 5, so at least that. At least that. Let's see. So let's take a quick poll here, and right now you do see how the game is gonna be played out. We are turning the ages, and let's find out what is your opinion of who's gonna win this. Is it LSA or is it Pyramid? There you go. Very easy question. That was and that's gonna be an easy kill for the archer. Oh, they didn't. Oh my god, he chose to attack with the ranged attack instead of going for the melee attack, pressing R instead of right click, and it looks like he might actually need to retreat that or lose it. I don't know, one of the two. Next turn there is a horseman coming out, and I think that horse might actually kill the Immortal. We're gonna need to wait and see. Depending on the first moves here, he might save the Archer or not. It's gonna be interesting. Let's quickly glance over that Golden Age choices. We got Malm going for a free inquiry, no surprise there. That is Eleanor with Harbors. She's gonna get the science from it. Indonesia going for Pen, Brush, and Voice. He clearly wants more culture. Milamber, Pen, Brush, and Voice with Persia. We got Ponyo there with France going for Pen, Brush, and Voice 2. And then we got Victoria on the other side, Black Monkey, Free Inquiry Golden Age. Again, no surprise there, using the Harbors for science. Luke is Australia is going for Free Inquiry Golden Age and getting extra science from his Harbors as well as his campuses. We got Solo, Free Inquiry Golden Age. He's we didn't talk that much about him, but we're gonna need to. He's building a navy right now. Love from Russia, that is Peter, is in a Monumentality Golden Age and is gonna use his faith to actually buy units with, civilian units with faith. Ooh, a little slow there on the first moves. It looks like Russia did manage to lose one of his archers, and the Persia got the first moves there. Building more archers in the meantime, and he's gonna need to do something about these Immortals that are pressuring him, pressuring the city of Novgorod. In the meantime, more horses are coming from his capital city to reinforce that forward city, and we're gonna need to see if that is gonna be enough. It doesn't look like the Immortals have enough of a punch to actually push through these horsemen, but we're gonna need to wait and see. These Immortals are getting promotions. They are backed up by a general, and at the moment there is no Defender of the Faith in the city of Novgorod. So once it will get, that is 2 turns, it will get Defender of the Faith. All the units inside of its borders will get an extra +5 defensive strength. And looking at the poll, we got no votes. What is this, guys? Come on, looking. You gotta open up. There is a drop down arrow to the top of the chat. And you can cast your votes either in Team Pyramid or LSA. France here seeming extremely well. It looks like he's building a lot of campuses, good campuses. A +4 over here, another plus, what's this? An amazing +6 campus in Bordeaux. While in his capital city, he's building a +4, clearly going ahead with his science. We do have the Government Plaza next to his capital city, and next to that +4, that's going to be a +5 once the Government Plaza will be finished. Getting more cities out. 2 more settlers are on the road here, and they're gonna be settled soon. Not sure exactly what's happening on the sea, but I was saying that we need to look on Spain here. Spain is all alone. It kind of looks like it's gonna need to. It's gonna need to help as much as possible his friend from the coast here, look, Australia, because Indonesia will probably get his boats soon-ish, trademark. Already Indonesia is on 23 and 30, 23 science with 30 culture. And there is one vote, one single vote in Team Pyramid. There is one fan from Team Pyramid. There we go. Okay, we got one vote going. It looks like there is a favorite. We do have a favorite in this game. Team Pyramid over LSA. I think most of you don't know LSA, and I think that is definitely how it goes. I don't know LSA either. They're the newcomers in this tournament. They're new names for all of us. So let's wait and see if they can actually get the job done against more veteran players from the usual teams. Actually, I'm not sure even the veteran players terms apply here, because as we saw, Solo does have a lot of hours in Civilization. Maybe the other players do as well, but I don't know them. Like, I don't know any of these names. I do see at the moment they're seeming well enough, but we're gonna need to wait and see how this will actually go, how it will evolve. Oh, it looks like England here is gonna have a problem getting out of his bay. He's struggling to attack the English units from Eleanor that are keeping his choke. And it looks like he's happily seeming behind this. Look at this wonderful faith generation from his volcanic soil. That is fire goddess, the pantheon, and that's why you see every volcanic soil tile gets an extra plus for faith. In the meantime, he did get that amazing admiral, that is Themistocles. It instantly creates a quadrim, and it gives a 20% boost to production when you're building units of the naval ranged promotion class. It kind of looks like Russia has a hold on this. There is Defender of the Faith there, and as you can see, the damages have been changed now. We're talking about 47 on attack Immortals against 52 on defense Horseman. Uh, that is a Horseman that has been staying on that tile for at least 2 turns with 45 bonus. It is a heal, so it gets an extra +3. So in total, it's a +9 defensive bonus. On attack, it's a totally different matter. As you can see, they cannot actually push through those immortals, but he will need to rely on his archers. The archers do get defender bonus as well with the +5, as you can see in the top right, in the bottom right. He just needs a lot more. That immortal is a 60 strength immortal on defense, and I don't think it has actually the power to go through the city. The city is not put in siege. That means it's gonna heal every turn, so it is kind of pointless to attack it at the moment. All he can do is just sit there and look pretty. We're gonna see if he actually manages to do something with this. Not sure, don't think so. In the meantime, it looks like Russia with Love is going for an encampment of his own, and he's gonna try to get a general. Probably he's gonna have a good chance at it. It looks like Persia is still getting only the points from his wonder, that is Zangi Dangxia, and in the meantime is building a commercial, so he gets more gold and of course the trade route. I think actually Russia was right when he let this single immortal stay on that tile. It looks like it doesn't look like that immortal army could actually push even with the general into the city. He could get walls, even though the walls have been nerfed. I would just suggest getting more archers in this case, because I think if you put three more archers on the hills behind that city, every unit that comes there, it's going to be, first of all, peppered with arrows, and second of all of those archers will get promotions, and they are basically free promotions. So very good overall. Um, the encampment is 4 turns away from finishing, and it looks like Persia will get to pick another general soon-ish. It's 8 turns away, or is it 7 turns away from getting Shun Tzu. That is the Art of War general. With it can generate a book if you activate it in the city. Now on this side, I wanted to talk a bit about Spain here. It looks like he settled two more cities other than his capital city. Right now he's spamming his settlers, and one is already about to settle here west of Toledo. So he's really focusing right now on getting more cities out. Oh, actually two are. Okay, so he's gonna be on 2, 5, 6, 7 cities quite soon. 8 cities actually, once he finishes all of those settlers that he has in production right now. Not in a real danger at the beginning of the game, but he's, as I was saying, he's gonna need to fight Indonesia at some point. Indonesia is ahead in most aspects of the game. I think the only one that is over him is from his teammate Catherine de Medici there with 48 science and 29 culture. But Chakmor is on 35 and 31. The Jongs will come really, really fast here. The only problem he has is a Niter. He's at the moment he doesn't have a Niter tile to actually work. He's gonna need to settle one or get a Niter from his teammates, and I think that is France's job here. Let's see if he actually has Niter anywhere. He doesn't. This is gonna be interesting. Not sure how they will go around this problem. If they don't have enough Niter for the Jongs, for the frigates, it's gonna be really, really problematic. It looks like they're gonna need to fight in caravels, and of course, the Indonesian units do not get that bonus on caravels being escorted, so it's not going to be the same. Australia, on the other hand, will be able to defend his place quite easily. Interesting choice of a pantheon from Australia, getting goddess of festivals instead of another pantheon. Maybe even the floodplains one would have been better, but I guess he wants more culture. He was lagging a little bit behind in culture, making 26 science and 23 culture right now. It is turn 39, and he's, I think, keeping up quite well. He was in free inquiry, so I think once he finishes these harbors, which took him quite some time, he was being pushed a little bit by Indonesia there and had to build a navy really quickly. He's gonna make up for his shortfall in science, and I think he will actually go over Jack Morris, who is in a pen, brush, and voice right now. On this side, we got finally England is out of his choke here, and it looks like he's trying to protect it as much as possible with 2 galleys and one quadrim. There was a really damaged low HP galley from England running away here. It's probably going to go back to his land. In the meantime, most of them actually did get admirals. Not sure. Okay, so we have England with 12 admiral points a turn. I think he's the one with, yeah, there we go, God of War and Plunder. And we're gonna need to see how Victoria will settle this. He's gonna need more buildings in his harbors to actually overcome this shortfall, or do some projects to actually get the admirals. The moment Zheng He is the next admiral, that gives him a free trader unit, and it's gonna be really helpful. Hypatia has been picked by Indonesia, actually, quite interesting, and there was a fleet admiral being picked earlier, I should say, by Eleanor. So it looks like Malm there is going to be able to at least make at least make a fleet there out of maybe Caravel, get it more beefy. And there we go. It looks like this Immortal is about to die next turn. It's all about the first moves here if he gets to switch it. And he did get to switch it. Unfortunately, the love from Moscow chose to attack instead of waiting for the moves. And he will lose that horse. Why is he... Wait, what? I'm pretty sure right now Luke's capital is at an extreme amount of housing. So why is he building a granary? Can anybody tell me why? Okay, never mind. Ooh, I think he figured it out. Wow, that was a waste of production there. Waste of a one turn. 21 new to this stream. We are watching the low skills animals from a Russian team from Russia. That is right now Russia, Spain, Australia, and England. Victoria going against Team Pyramid, Ponyo, Milamber, Chuck Morris, and Malm. Playing Catherine de Medici, Persia, Indonesia, and Eleanor. This is the primordial map, and it looks like we do see a war, an early war between Persia and Russia to the north here. There was quite a few units lost, and it, at the beginning, Persia did get an early general, and I think he just got the second one, or he will get the second one. Uh, he was he did settle Zangidangxia, that is the city of Gordian, and of course got the 2 general points and 2 merchant points. In the meantime, Russia forward settled him hard with the city of Novgorod and got Defender of the Faith. He's trying to keep his chokes well defended here, and that is what we are seeing. Milamber trying furiously to get through those chokes, but is being pushed back by Russia slowly but surely. Russia is settling more, and it looks like he's going to have all of this east side to himself. In the meantime, the same thing is happening with Persia. He's settling more cities behind his capital city. Already you see him with 5 cities out and another settler. So he's going to be on 6 cities quite soon, making 2 more settlers from his cities. That's a 210 settler and a 410 settler from Sparta, getting commercials out so he can get more trade routes to his cities and improve them faster. It looks like the city of Vilnius has been taken over by England here, by Eleanor, and there is one, I should say, cherry on top of this game. We're gonna see England Victoria go against England Eleanor. I think that is one matchup that is extremely rare in competitions, not to mention normal games, and it looks like England will have a good fight here. I really hope it's gonna be a fair one, and I really hope it's gonna be a close one. As we know, it's really fun to watch these close games and the last moves and the first moves and everything, and how they go about it. Hello there. At the beginning of the game, we do have 2 teams, right? 4 players on each team, and 2 captains. Each team is allowed to ban 3 civilizations in a 1-1-1-1-1-1 setup. So they do have a total of 6 bans. There are 2 bans that are automatically set by the tournament, and that was in this tournament, in this season, we had Maori and Grand Colombia automatically banned because they were deemed overpowered or broken at this point. Um, Afterwards, there is a 1-2-2-2-2-1 setup, so they can choose the civilization. And each player gets to choose from the remaining civilizations that were not banned or chosen. You can actually rewatch the video after I finish the stream, and you will see how this was played out at the beginning of the game and which team banned which. I think I can tell you right now. Give me a moment. I think it was written down in a channel. 1 second. Yep, there we go. So we got the team LSA, that is the Russian team on the left, the team red, banning Mali, Japan, and Daido, while Team Pyramid banned Norway, Mapuche, and Rome. So those were the 6 bans of this game. At this point, turn 43, it looks like most of the players here are interested in settling more cities, in getting as much land as possible and improving it. We don't see that many wars, except of course Persia and Russia here. Russia was getting general points, and I think he's really close from getting a general here. 4 points away. That is 4 turns away, and it doesn't look like he's interested in actually getting Shunsu. He just wants one general. There are 3 generals in the classical era, and Shunsu is the second one. He's gonna have the choice to get another one. So he's not that worried about not getting it. In the meantime, I don't see Persia with any encampment. He was really lucky at the beginning with Zangidangxia. He did choose God of Craftsman as his pantheon, and that gives him an extra production and faith for his strategic resource tiles that are improved. So as you can see, the horse tile just went to a 2-4-1, and I think he will be the one who's gonna supply niter to his team. By the looks of it, he does have 2 niter tiles in his second city. Okay, it looks like these archers are actually starting to get into dangerous territory. They did get the 3rd promotion, and that is the +5 volley that gives the archers an extra +5 range strength versus land units, and they have the arrow storm promotion as well. That is storm, I should say. +7 range strength versus land and naval units. So that's why they do pack a punch. 42 strength against the 56 strength immortal in defense. Of course, they also have the +5. Oh, okay. This archer in the city actually has the plus. Wait a second. Let me show you the garrison. It gets an extra +10 if it is in a defensible district. Or I guess it can get nice. I didn't know that you can get from an improvement that would be, for example, Rome's castles, or unique improvement from the legions. Not sure how are they called. The Roman forts, that is. It gives occupying units receive +4 defense strength, and with the archer promotion that you saw there, you get an extra 10. So an extremely useful promotion overall. Okay, it looks like Milamber did retreat all of his immortals from that choke point, he did realize he's just giving promotions, free promotions to Russia's archers. There's no way he could actually push that city. Russia did get the victor governor in there. It will provide extra defense to the city garrison and the units around it if it gets to that promotion. And by the looks of it, did he get it? I don't see. Yeah, he didn't get the +3 yet. It's not necessary as far as I can see. In the meantime, Russia is interested in getting his second golden age. We are 10, 16, 16 turns away, and he's going for Mahabodhi Temple in his capital city. He did settle 5 cities in total, and I don't see another settler. But to be fair, he doesn't have that good land here. While Persia, just look at this, he has 2, 4, 6, 7 cities with another settler on the way, 2 settlers on the way. So he's gonna be on 9 cities really quickly. It kind of looks like France is running away with science. 68 science a turn with 35 culture, 37 actually. Most of his science is actually hard science. It is coming from his campuses instead of free inquiry. While if you look on all of these naval civilizations, their science comes mostly from their free inquiry. That is the harbors with free inquiry with the science from their output of gold. So once they will lose this, they will lose the science as well. It's not going to be pretty. They're going to need to counter this with campuses as soon as possible. I don't see them actually doing that yet. So looks like Australia is gonna kill the city of Engazagamo. Engazagamo, if you do not know, it gives land combat and support units are 20% cheaper to purchase with gold for each encampment district building in the city. It is kind of useless in this game. I don't see that many players with encampments. It was, I guess, useful for Russia, but it doesn't matter that much. Russia will not get that much gold. As we are used to, or as you know, Russia is not one of those civilizations that are extremely gold heavy. In this case, I think he has the gold from the tiles around him, but not that much gold from the districts. As you can see, he did go for campuses, but he did not go for that many commercials. And he did improve the honeys. He did improve quite a few tiles. The copper in his capital city, for example, but uh, I don't think he's able to field a big army. Let's see his yields. He's only making 1 gold a turn. 1 gold a turn. Looking at the yields overall yields on gold making, since we are almost approaching the turn 47, turn 50 mark. Chuck Maurice is in the lead with 78 gold a turn on Indonesia. We got the second out of the game is actually from his own team, Malm with 52. Then we got Victoria with 49, and fourth is Solo with Spain. Solo did settle a lot of cities here. He did go for that city spam, and it looks like he's gonna get a lot of a lot of districts done right now. He did get a few admirals of his own, as we just saw. Leif Erikson has been recruited, and he has Artemisia as well, Artemisia. The next up, Admiral is gonna be quite expensive, 305 points necessary to get it. Forms an armada out of a military unit, an extremely powerful Admiral, but we're gonna have to wait and see who's gonna make the projects, who's gonna get that settler. Um, there will be that war I was talking about earlier between Australia and Indonesia soon-ish. Not sure exactly how soon. It looks like Indonesia is preparing and pre-building as many units as possible. Pre-building, we call pre-building when you get units below the units you want to build. So in this case, you build the quadrims so you can upgrade them to frigates later on, or you build the galleys so you can upgrade them into caravels. The moment there are five, Chuck Morris is 5 turns, 4 turns away towards getting his caravels, and I saw Malm is 2 turns away from getting cartography. Not sure if they actually have the boost. On the other side, that is England. We do have him on 2 turns as well from getting his caravels. The problem is he doesn't have that many pre-builds anyway, and it looks like England here is pushing him hard with a few upgraded galleys. These galleys are actually really nasty when they get upgraded. Of course, they do retain the bonuses for the caravels, and just look at that. The reinforced hull, it gives it a plus 10 combat strength when defending versus range attacks. So for example, this quadrim is barely doing any damage to the galley. Really, really nasty promotion there, I should say. Hello there, Gray. There is only one continent under Spain's land, and unfortunately, we're not going to see those amazing missions that I think you are curious about. This was exactly my own reflex to check the continents under Spain, as we know, and as I was trying to tell the viewers early on. Spain is amazing. It can get extremely powerful if it gets a continent split. It is not the case, and that is why most of the time it is not so picked. But at the same time, it is powerful because it gets those early fleets and armadas, right? They get the fleets at mercenaries and the armadas at mercantilism. So I think we're gonna see a good naval battle here between both Spain, Australia, and Indonesia. And on the other side, we're gonna see the two Englands going about each other. Malm is an extremely experienced player. Not sure about Black Monkey. I have not seen him in a lot of the games, so I'm really curious to see how he will play this. It looks like he is pre-building his own caravels, and look at that, he's one turning his galleys from most of his cities. He's gonna get a free quadrim in the city of Stoke-upon-Trent once he finishes that Royal Navy dockyard. Or actually, he's gonna get he's gonna get a free caravel actually from that. Nice. There's a lot of salt on this continent, by the way. Look at that, 4 salt tiles next to each other. In the meantime, I did not say, but I did see Russia picked that general, that third general from the classical era, and I think Milenberg activated the Shun Tzu in his capital city. Let's check out his books. Yes, he does have the Art of War in his Great Works slot in the capital city. Looking at the damages right now from Persia on Russia. It does look like Horseman is getting a lot more strength on defense because of that general. It's 62 on defense right now. It doesn't look like the Immortals, even if they're level 2 or level 3, have any chance of punching through that defense. So I think Russia is safe for the moment. We're gonna have to wait and see how Milamber will want to play this. He's interested more in simming than actually doing anything, and in the meantime Russia is getting a lot of science, 56 science with 26 culture, but as I was pointing out, he does have quite a bit of a gold problem here. He's gonna need to build some commercials so he can get the gold back. I'm actually surprised he's not building a commercial in his capital city, but anyway, we're gonna have to wait and see. Maybe he will rely on his teammates there for gold support. Not sure. This is the turn that Black Monkey should have gotten. Oh, okay, so he moved away from it. What happened here? Did he move? He moved away from it. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Both Englands have pre-builds on the east and west coast here. This is gonna be a slaughter between them. Both also England, Black Monkey, that is Victoria, the Red England, has Rahendra Kola, that is the general, the admiral that gives him an extra +3 if he activates it to all of his naval units. If he doesn't activate it, it's gonna just give him the +5 to the units around the admiral. You know, I think it's a 1 tile radius. Yeah, it should be a 1 tile radius as far as it, yeah, there we go. Oh, 2 tiles, no, never mind, 2 tiles radius. Okay, so around here, it's an important unit to use. We are 6 turns away from the next era, and I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if the players will get their golden ages or not. As we know, golden ages are extremely important in this case, and it might actually seal the deal in a war or not. If somebody, for example, gets free inquiry while his enemy doesn't, it's gonna be problematic. So let's see who's gonna get the free inquiry here. I do want to point out between these two Englands there are separate bonuses. For example, England here is getting 3 units of the latest promotion kind, of the latest technology kind from his finishing of a harbor, while Eleanor is not getting that. He's getting bonuses towards his theater squares. So it's totally different style, I guess, or civilization than England and or normal England. Let's see how this will play out. A few more turns to go, and we will find out how this will be. Will Indonesia here? Oh, Indonesia already has Jongs. Look at this. The Jongs have been promoted. Chuck Morris has at least 2 of them with scouts. And I think, yeah, these are 60 strength units against the galleys that are only 40. They get +5 combat strength when in a formation. That means escorted by the scout, or linked with the scout, I should say. Right now, Australia really needs his caravels. Really needs his caravels. It doesn't look like he has enough units, though. This is dangerous. Really dangerous. Firoz Nabiev, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. If you have any questions about the game, the ongoing game, please write them in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them. Hello there, Lizard the Wizard, and welcome to this game. I was curious, and that's why I wanted to cast this. This is not, I guess, the big boys playing against the big boys, but we do know the confined mongers. That is the team pyramid on the right side there, on the top part, the bluish ones, or teal, however you want to call them. They are veterans of this game. On the other side, we got LSA. That is low skills animals, and it's a new team from CivRus, that is Russia. And I'm really curious to see how this will play out. It looks like we do have Chuck Morris here pushing Luke with Jongs at the beginning, and he did get the early kill there on a galley. Luke just didn't have. Oh, and oh my god, he's working engineering right now. He does have cartography. He just didn't upgrade his units. Oh, that was dangerous territory. Luke losing their losing a galley for nothing. He doesn't have that many pre-builds, so he's gonna need to hard build as much as possible here. It's gonna get into dangerous territory soon-ish once these galleys from Chuck will come next to his coast. He needs the help of his friend here of Spain. Spain is trying as well to pre-build as much as possible, as many units as possible, but they will take quite a few turns to get here. So right now, Australia really needs his defensive powers. Not sure if he's actually going to make it to Ancient Walls. I don't think he has a Lime Zone, but in the meantime, he did upgrade a few caravels. And Chuck Morris with the quick moves is going to get another galley here, another pre-built down from Australia. It looks like he's gonna get a drop. Hello there, hello. On the other side, we got England against England. Eleanor versus Victoria here. Uh, Black Monkey playing the Red England and Malm playing the pinkish one. It looks like the caravels have been upgraded. They don't have that much gold between them. Maybe that is the stopper. It looks like, actually, wait a second. It looks like Black Monkey does have a lot of gold in the bank. 440 gold in the bank. That is enough for him to upgrade quite a few of them. Not sure if he's at the Mercenaries card. That is the 50% discount for upgrades. That is actually something that, oh, he's 5 turns away. That is why he's not upgrading. He was getting as many caravels from his harbors as possible, and I think he's desperately trying to wait. Will he make it? I don't know. It's gonna be up to anyone. 4 turns to go until the next era, and we're gonna need to see if they will actually uh, get the golden age or not. I don't want to see the points right now. Let's give it 2 more turns. There's a lot of action going on the sea here, on the oceans, and it kind of looks like Indonesia will get at least one city here. Actually, not sure. Let's see if he will get the city or not. The city of Brisbane from Australia. Hello there, Exotic. Yes, sometimes you can play this game more than 50 turns. Unbelievable. Some players are lucky like that. It doesn't look to me that Indonesia might actually go through this choke. It kind of needs Australia to make some mistakes here to actually get through that choke, and we're gonna need to wait and see if he will actually do that. Not sure if he will. Doesn't look like Australia is an unexperienced player. He did get his caravels at the right time. The only mistake I should say was he was not too fast on the trigger to upgrade, or I should say promote his unit in Brisbane. Not to mention he needed a lot more pre-builds here. But I think he's relying as much as possible on Spain. Spain will come from the west here with a lot of units, and I think he might actually clean up Indonesia. Let's see how this goes. In the meantime, 3 turns to go. And there is an attack, an all-out attack between the two Englands. It looks like Eleanor is pushing on Victoria, and he will try to get as many pre-builds as possible before England gets to upgrade them. I think. Wait, why did he get his unit here? Not sure. Yes, England teams. Oh, the city of Stoke-upon-Trent is going into dangerous territory, and it doesn't have walls up. It's gonna be very vulnerable to this caravel fleet. Malder, an experienced player with the quick moves, he did not want to risk that caravel and moved it out of the way, and it looks like he is getting the first city of Victoria. That is really unexpected. Eleanor beating Victoria on the sea. The only thing that England is missing right now is the mercenaries card. We are 2 turns away from changing the era, and let's take a look at the points right now. There we go. The city of Stoke-upon-Trent has been taken over by Eleanor. I don't think he can keep it, rebellion in 4 turns, but in the meantime, England here will not get to use that city. Let's see, Malm, Golden Age, 56 out of 66 points necessary for his next one. Definitely not gonna get it. 10 points away, 2 turns. It's a lot to do. Chuck Morris, 54 out of 55 points. We have him on 1 point. He might actually get to sue the city state and get his golden age. Milamber, 64 out of 62, definitely getting his golden age. Ponyo, 53 out of 53, he guaranteed his golden age. We got Black Monkey, 60 out of 61, only 1 point away from getting his golden age, and it looks like he might actually pull it off here. He was finishing, he did finish, never mind. Hanging Gardens, and we're gonna need to wait and see how he will use his gold. I think he gave his gold away to someone. He was at 400, now he's at 70. Where did his gold go? Not sure. He still needs one point. Only 1 point. Does he have a city state soothed? He has multiple city states. A CAD, Singapore, and Singapore is not that. Oh, he actually soothed it already. Okay, interesting. Never mind. Let's check them out more. We got Australia here. Luke with 40 out of 52 points. Not gonna get his golden age. Not gonna receive that free inquiry bonus he's relying upon right now. He's gonna lose quite a bit of science. Solo, that is free inquiry golden age right now. 50 out of 52. He needs 2 more points. It's 1 more turn. Not sure if he's gonna get it. Love from Russia, 47 out of 59 necessary points. Definitely not gonna get his golden age. And it looks like we will have a lot of dark ages and normal ages in the next era, and we might. Oh, he raised the city, Stoke-upon-Trent. Malm realized he couldn't keep it and raised it. That is a lot of production lost there for England. England trying to keep his chokes as much as possible here on the defensive. Still doesn't want to spend his gold on upgrading his units. He's trying to keep it as much as possible for the next era. I think he's yeah. Let's see. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? 1 point away. 1 point. He got it. He recruited Basa. That is a great writer. That will give him the golden age. He had, I think, enough faith in the bank to recruit him. He did it, and now he's in a golden age. Uh, it looks like Victoria here will have enough points to get another free inquiry. Getting another free inquiry is extremely important for England. He will get the bonus science from his harbors, and he has a lot of good ones and a lot of good plus fours, even though he did lose one here. Well, once he will rebuild that city, he's gonna get just another free ship. In the meantime, on the other side, Malm will lose his free inquiry age. That is giving him right now 80 science and 36 culture. He's gonna lose a lot of that. Just hover over this Royal Navy dockyards and you can see 8 science here, another 6 science here, another, what is this, 8 science here. So right off the bat, almost 20 science, more than 20 science, 22 science gone. Another 6, that's 28. So a lot of science. Look at that. Another 2 harbors over here that are finished already. Yes, they are. So it's a 6. This is another 8. That's an extreme amount of science lost. Malmon only 34 science right now and 38 culture, while Black Monkey there, don't know why I said Maurice, will get back his science from his harbors once he picks Free Inquiry Golden Age. Yes, there is a Tiki Hat. This is the best Tiki Hat of the game. Imagine these guys have been uh, have been veterans of what's happening on the coast. They're just sitting on those rocks and watching the ships pass by to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Sometimes they see cannons, sometimes they see arrows flying, but most of the time it's just peaceful moving of ships. It's, I think, a great view. Ooh, the walls in the city of Brisbane have been taken down by those jongs. It looks like there was actually a jong. Was it? Is it the jong still there? Is it still there? I don't see it, but actually I think I see it. Right? Is it? It's still hooked up there, but it's under Abu Al Qasim Al Zahrawi. Okay, now I have to coordinate with Ogothi here. That is my co-caster, to see what we will choose on the World Congress, so we don't give any benefit. Yeah, unfortunately, since the 4th year pass, this bug has started happening. I'm not sure exactly why, but in the meantime, I need to coordinate on. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I will just click next and submit. Yes, Froze, my nick in game is Michael. Michael with a trademark. I'm quite surprised here by the lack of mod units from Indonesia. Maybe he thinks he's safe. Maybe he thinks he doesn't need that to build that many. Since Australia does have a one tile choke here and it's close to him. But anyway, this is the new era, and let's check out what civilizations got a golden age. It looks like 5 of them actually got a golden age. Quite a good outcome. We got Victoria, we got Indonesia, Spain, Persia, and France. Catherine de Medici getting a golden age. Then we got Eleanor of Aquitaine, English Empire. Malm did not get a golden age, while Luke and Russia are in a dark age. Was that a? I think that was an upgrade, right? Yeah, I think. Ooh, the city of Brisbane taken down to 0 garrison health and 0 fortification health. No worries, no worries. A lot of ships here from Spain, a lot of pre-builds. Not even sure he's gonna be able to upgrade all of them. Looking at their gold is not that good. Solo is making 77 gold a turn, and Black Monkey is making 66. But they're gonna need to use that gold to upgrade their own ships, rather than relying on upgrading their teammates' ships. So interesting to see how this will play out. In the meantime, we do have the siege of the Eleanor Empire against England here, against the Black Monkey. Ooh, this caravel fleet is extremely powerful, and he's gonna have an armada as well, right? There was a admiral around there. This one, is it this one? This is, yes, this is the admiral. Santa Cruz. The thing is, right now, Black Monkey is making 76 science a turn with 36 cultures, so he's gonna get to his frigates really fast, and I think he could get. Yeah, there we go. 2 turns until square rigging. Did he get Niter? He didn't get. Oh, he did get Niter. Never mind. He's making 5 right now, or he has 5 right now, and he could upgrade some more. Look at that. He has 2 tiles of Niter. Once he gets his frigates out, that's gonna turn the tide of war against these caravels. In this tournament, not sure yet if I have I should say a favorite. I think Next Figurum will be the favorite overall because they did win the first two big tournaments this year. That is season one of the CWC and the Historia Taipei Stream tournament. Both of them in a 4v4 setup, and they did keep the same the lineup from one game to the next, or I should say from one tournament to the next. That is an important thing to have the synergy between the players, to have, of course, a good atmosphere when you're playing the game. Frey Play, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Good question there, Dagger, and also welcome. Long time no see. Victoria did not have an admiral. I don't think he had a Renaissance admiral. I don't see it. Is it. Oh yeah, he does. Never mind, he does. Rahendra Kola is his admiral. He didn't activate it, so he's just using the +5 round. What, looking at this Caravel Armada is getting really, really dangerous. Just look at the damage. 90 strength Caravel Armada. It's gonna take a lot to kill that single ship there. There are powerful teams, other powerful teams in the tournament as well. We got the Frenchies with Jack the Ripper in Ulysses. We have these guys, another French team that were called the Confined Mongers, and now they're called the Pyramid. We do have PP Patrol, which is another good team. So overall, I think it's gonna be a good and competitive tournament. It's not gonna be as easy as one might think to get the win here. And we are playing maps that are not usually played. Like today, we're playing Primordial, and we're gonna have other maps as well. Not exactly sure what is the map choice. What are the map choices every week? Honestly, I don't really want to say them every week because I do want to keep the surprise for the players. So they learn it in the last moment uh, when I do make the announcement. Tilted axis, yes, tilted axis. Anyway, since this is a pause, this is a little break here. I'm gonna quickly go and stretch my legs over here. If you have any questions, I will gladly answer them as soon as I am back. Just gonna leave the screen here to see the borders between and the skirmish between Russia and Persia. About the next Vigram translation, I think the only translation that I found on the internet is the next gods. Not sure if it's correct or not, but that's the closest translation I had to the two words. They're not as I guess used or uh, I couldn't find an easy translate. Yes, if that is not correct, please tell me the correct translation so I can use it. And there we go. The game is back. We got the unpause going. We are turn 59 and it looks like there is going to be quite a war here, quite a skirmish between the two Englands. We're also going to have England joining the fray against Indonesia. Indonesia did get the city of Brisbane in the meantime, and since he is in a golden age, he will get to keep it. Bring in more junks from his main cities, and it looks like he's preparing to defend himself on the west side against Spain. Spain did get to his mercenary card, and now he has fleets, caravel fleets all over the place. This is especially caravel fleets with a general. This is getting to dangerous territory. These are 81 strength caravel fleets on attack against the caravels that are only 66 on defense, and that is with a military alliance and oligarchic legacy card. Dangerous territory, dangerous territory. But that is the reason I think Solo went for so many pre-builds, so he could get so many fleets out. This is gonna be interesting. I haven't seen Spain in a war for some time now, and I think it's gonna get quite interesting when he will get to fight the Jongs here. Even with the fleets, it's still 74 strength against 63 Jong on defense. It's not going to be easy to kill. Interesting timing attack on the city of Sheffield. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna get to actually take it over. The ancient walls are finishing next turn, so they will get a boost in the garrison strength there from the ancient walls. It's gonna be, yeah, there we go. 75 fortification health there, and at this point I don't think the caravels are up to the task of taking over, and we're gonna see soonish, we're gonna see the frigates coming out from Monkey, and he will unleash them on these English frigates. England does have quite a few rebuilds of his own, but he does have that problem with lack of science now. He's getting 50 culture, but that is, I don't think that's enough. Only 43 science, and there we go. The frigates have been upgraded in the cities of England here, and this is dangerous territory. Look at this, guys. This caravel armada on defense against the frigate is 110 strength, guys. 110 strength. He's not even scratching it. It's next win, not the next gods. Interesting. So Vigram is actually a win instead of gods. Okay. That is good to know. Good to know. While we were watching those wars, it looks like Russia is getting a little bit more gold in the bank, making 19 right now from his -5 that I saw a little bit earlier. He's over 100 science, 108 science, while his neighbor there, Milamber, is on 111, so he's keeping up in the science department. The problem is the culture. He's only making 36 culture a turn, while Milamber is making 72. As you know, Persia is well known for its culture making because of the trade routes. Once he gets to medieval fairs, every trader sent to his cities is making 3 uh, culture per. So it's really nice to have them. Really nice to have them. Wait, what happened to the? Weren't there 2 caravels here? What happened to the caravels? Ooh, ouch. This is gonna be problematic here for Australia. And he's getting attacked on land by France. France getting coursers up. Those are extremely maneuverable units, and attacking the city of Adelaide from Australia. It looks like Australia is in a pickle here. France is probably gonna get this city, not to mention the next ones. 8 turns to build the ancient walls in that city, and I don't think it's gonna be enough time for him to save the city. Stuart's C7, thank you very much for the follow. I was talking in the early game about what France can do on attack, and as you can see, he has already +9 intel on opponent's movements. That is the diplomatic visibility bonuses being stacked there. He has a spy that is a level 1 right now. He has probably printing, and he has his +3. If he gets his spy to a +2, it's gonna be +6 just from the spy. So yeah, again, dangerous territory, very dangerous territory for Australia here. Definitely in trouble. He's gonna rely on Spain to save him on the coast. Not sure if even Spain can save him from these Indonesian boats. The Jongs are extremely strong, especially when they are escorted. And looking at at Indonesia's fleet, he has a lot of them, or a lot of caravels and Jongs, I should say. In the meantime, Spain is getting more plebeians, but he does need to upgrade them, promote them into the next tier technology. So it takes a little bit of time. While I don't think we see Australia with. Oh no, never mind. He does have. Yes, he does have a military alliance. Okay, that is good. Once these frigates have been upgraded in the cities of England, it looks like they're starting to make headway against the English, or I should say the Eleanor fleets here, the caravels. They're pushing them back, and it's only fitting to see the result here. But oh my god, look at this. The caravel from England is totally like, I don't want to say the K word, but it's dying. If it's attacking the caravel fleet, the armada, unbelievable damage there. I was hovering over this Spanish Armada fleet, whatever it's called. Doesn't look like he has enough damage to punch through. But let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if he can actually tip the balance here and retake the cities from Australia. In the meantime, Australia is just losing his cities to France's push from the coursers. Don't think he can do anything about that on land. He was busy defending himself on the sea, and he did lose the city of Adelaide just now. Been taken over by that courser push. Only 4 coursers were enough to actually do the job there. And remember, France does not have a general right now. Is he building one? This is no. This is Oracle. Okay, never mind. And in the meantime, Indonesia's units are working on the walls of Perth, and the caravels on the west flank are trying to defend themselves against these Spanish caravels. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. But it did get promoted, so there's also a sneak attack executed by Jack Maurice here. He had 4 caravels that were waiting in the choke, and a Jong with a horse escorted to the north there in the one tile choke. I don't think Spain knows about this, and he might get surprised here. The caravel fleets might actually defend themselves quite properly here, but he can't really build them, and those are, I think, the last pre-builds he has. One more galley fleet here, one more quad, but he's sending them another direction. Interesting choice here. He really needs more boats overall. It kind of looks like the Pyramid boys have put the LSA team on a defensive stance, and it doesn't look like they're gonna get out of it quite soon. Russia here, even though he does have the science, it doesn't look like he has the economy to upkeep a full-on attack of Cossacks. He's making only 42 faith a turn. He didn't get the lucky, a Russian spawn with a lot of Tundra, so he can make a lot of faith from it, and he did not choose actually to go that way anyway. Like, looking at his settles, he didn't go for this, for the example. Of course, getting the pre-builds in the coursers, those are the Cossacks pre-builds. And he did get more generals. El Cid, Boudica. El Cid, it doesn't work as far as I know with the courses. We're gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. In the meantime, England did manage to get his line of defense back. The city of Sheffield looks safe right now, but he's probably gonna lose a few units here if he starts getting them out. That Caravel Armada is actually going back to the main series. Not sure exactly why he's getting it back. He was a few points of experience away from upgrading it to a level 4, or it says they're level 5, but I don't know, on the right side it says level 4. It's kind of weird. And it looks like Malm is upgrading his frigates right now, so it might be enough for him to actually overtake England here. It's quite a surprising result here. Malm, clearly the more experienced player, getting the upper hand on England, pushing him back into his own, or keeping him into his own bay. He did get an early city here kill with those caravels of his, and because Black Monkey didn't get to his mercenaries card that fast, he just lost the advantage of his pre-builds, lost a few here and there, and with the loss of that city, he lost a few science points as well. He does have more science right now than Malm, but it doesn't look like he has the pre-builds to win this war. We're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out in the long term. It's gonna be up to the moves here, the tactical moves of each player. a lot of gold from the pillages here. France is running away with its coursers and just pillaging away the mines. As you can see, 100 and something gold from each mine pillaged, and he's gonna get to pillage every tile. It kind of looks like Luke does not have enough units to withstand this, or to stop the coursers from running wild on his territory. In the meantime, the Spanish fleet is fighting with Indonesia here on the sea, and it looks like he's losing a few boats, a few caravel fleets. These Jongs are getting to the +2 level. That's a preparatory file, +7 combat strength versus land units, and the line of battle. That's another +7 versus naval units. And as you can see, it's they do make quite a bit of damage there. 78 against 78. Those are caravel fleets on defense, by the way. So yeah, problematic to say the least for our Spanish player here. It does look like they are overwhelmed here, and yeah, they're gonna lose England in a few turns. It looks like the push from Malm is happening right now. He got the frigates on the front lines. He has an ironclad, and he's gonna get the city of Sheffield as well. There's just not enough units from. Wait, how is this? Okay, never mind. There's just not enough units from England to push back right now. He did put up a good fight until turn 60 something. He did put up a good fight, but right now I think it's gonna be game over in a few turns for England here, for Victoria, which is surprising. Usually, Victoria is the one who has many advantages, of course, on the naval side against Eleanor, which doesn't get that many advantages back. So it's kind of a surprising of a result, but it just goes to show how important it is to have a lot of experience in the game and use your units properly. I think at this point, Black Monkey, he did well. He did really well. He got his both of his golden ages. He got pre-builds at the right time. He just didn't get mercenaries. That was his fall there. That is the only mistake he did, as far as I can see. Not getting the mercenaries card in time, and it cost him the game. It kind of looks like if he had it a few turns earlier, he could have pushed back those few caravels that were pushing him. But the galleys were just not enough, and there was not enough gold to go around either. In the meantime, I think he may have underestimated Malm here. Malm is an extremely aggressive but rational player. He's gonna do whatever he needs to do to get the win. So as you can see, he's been steadily but surely chipping away at England's units, keeping him as much as possible on the back foot. So he's getting advantages behind that. In the meantime, as you can see, Chuck Morris here getting the win, getting a 1 city from Australia, putting him on the defensive, while France is coming and pillaging everything here. I don't think Australia is in a good position right now. In the meantime, France can sim behind this quite easily, and Persia as well. Persia will not have problems against the Cossacks, since even if Russia is getting to military tactics, as I can see there. I think that is the military science. Sorry, that is the Cossack technology. Is 2 turns away from it. I don't think it will make much of a problem here for Milamber. Milamber is at 156 science a turn right now, with uncovering ballistics in 2 turns. He's gonna get field cannons. The field cannons are extremely powerful against the Cossacks. So it kind of looks like there's no way either of them can push into each other. The Cossacks through these one-tile chokes won't be able to push into Persia, and Persia with his field cannons won't be able to push into Russia. Main problem right now is they're running away with science. Pyramid team, Ponyo, 207 science, the first one to go over the 200 science mark, while he's almost double two players, right? The biggest two players, biggest science makers from the other team, that is Russia and the Spanish Empire. And remember, Philip II there, solo with Spain, is making a lot of science from his harbors in a free inquiry golden age. He went for industrialization, so is not gonna get, for example, steel that fast. In the meantime, he's been losing quite a few caravel fleets here, and it does look like he can't really push back on this Indonesian attack. The Indonesia is just overwhelming his even his caravel fleets, which is surprising. Well, and I shouldn't say surprising, but yeah, you know what I mean. Interesting here that Spain didn't get his. Oh, he did. Oh, that is the mistake. He didn't get printing. What is this? So Solo didn't go for printing. That is costing him the game here. So printing gives you an extra diplomatic visibility. So you can see there provides one more level of diplomatic visibility on all other civilizations. So basically, is gifting Indonesia a free +3 against him. Not to mention, Indonesia does have a spy in one of Spain's cities. Not sure exactly where, but it is clearly. Oh, there we go. It is here in Cadiz. So because he has a spy, the spy is working on listening post that is granting Indonesia an extra +3. That is how Indonesia is killing off Spain's units right now. Unfortunate move for Solo here. He played it really well, getting the pre-builds, getting the caravel fleets in time to try to save Australia. Only mistake he made, he's going for industrialization instead of getting printing as soon as possible so he can match Indonesia's printing or diplomatic visibility, I should say. Yeah, these Spanish caravel fleets are just dying left and right because of that. This is unbelievable. One tiny mistake, one little hiccup, and your fleet just dies because of being overpowered, overwhelmed, I should say, overwhelmed by another fleet. And this is how England is getting an advantage on, or I should say, Eleanor is getting an advantage on Victoria. It looks like he got the admirals with the fleet admiral, with the armada admiral. He got also Zenki. He didn't activate it. He used it for the extra +5 and got as many bonuses as he needed. And at this point, it looks like the LSA team is probably not gonna get out of this hole. We got 3 players over 100 science on the French team on the pyramid. Ponya 236, Milamber 179, and Chuck Morris on 141 with 124 culture turn. That is a very good amount, very good output from Indonesia here. The only one struggling a little bit from the pyramid team, but he's doing amazing on the offense here is Malm. He has 1100 military strength, but only 73 science and 64 culture. As we've seen in other games, just the sheer spamming of caravels or frigates can get you a long way against your enemy if you apply them properly, and it looks like he is applying them properly against Blank Monkey, against Victoria here. In the meantime, from what I can see discussed in the Discord channels, it looks like the game between Ulysses and Next Vigram that was at the same time, or I should say half an hour or an hour earlier than this one, didn't start for a long time, about 2 hours since it should have started, and they are postponing it. Um, Let me actually see what happened in the channel right now. It looks like there was some kind of bug in causing fire access crashes, so we're gonna need to see how that is solved. There was an update today for NVIDIA drivers. Not sure if most or all of them got it, but they should have gotten it. I had the same issues in FFAs, not on my end, but I've seen players go about it. Maybe it's something related to that. I hope it is, so it can be solved. And it looks like Ponyo did upgrade his coursers into calves, and right now these calves can go and pillage more tiles in the city of Perth. Can actually put it into siege, and the city won't heal. And it looks like those Jongs are now free to attack the city because the Spanish fleets had to retreat. The caravels were not up to the task of deleting these Indonesian units. So right now Australia will fall to both France and Indonesia at the same time. They're just eating at it slowly but surely. The little animation is wonderful to see, by the way. Amazing work here by Fire Access. Getting those small but beautiful details into the game. And it looks like Australia's capital will probably fall next turn. He has 2 turns until he finishes Ancient Walls, and it doesn't look like they're gonna finish in time. Those tiles were, even if he still has them improved, are just not. They don't have enough production to finish the walls fast enough, and in the meantime probably the city of Perth will suffer the same fate. It looks like those calves are pushing in as fast as possible. The problem with the calves, they're not strong enough to take cities down, right? So he's gonna rely on those Jongs to actually take down the cities. The Cavs lose a lot of health if they do that, but to be fair, they do have +9 intel on opponent's movements, and they do have the bonus from the military alliance, so maybe that will help them. They're gonna get quite a few promotions off as well. Yeah, and there we go. He actually retreated the Cav instead of losing it, potentially losing it. And that it is. The capital city did not finish the walls. The Luke city. It's like it's gonna be taken down by the Jongs and captured by the Caravel. I do have to say it is impressive to see that the Russian team, the Russian players from LSA do not want to just give the win to pyramid. They want to make them work for it, and it looks like even if they're on the back foot, still Spain wants to try it as much as possible to get here and get back his units in his territory, build some more, get some frigates out on the field. Not sure if it's gonna be enough. It doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. It is kind of late. Yeah, Indonesia has a lot of promotions on his caravans right now, and as I was telling you earlier, it can get it the damages can stack really fast, or the defenses bonuses can stack really fast. The plus 10, the plus 7, it's really important to have. On the other side, England versus England, we do have the city of Leicester under siege right now, and it's probably gonna be taken down next turn by these frigates. Actually, in 2 turns maybe. It doesn't look like England Black Monkey has enough units to withstand the attack, and is losing the units left and right each turn. There are a lot of frigates being fielded from Malm or on the oceans here, and it looks like they can having the promotions already on them, they can do a lot of damage to the English units. Oh, this is so weird to say English versus English. On the Victorian units. Okay, I need to. I'm not that used to commenting games between Eleanor and Victoria. It is fun to watch and interesting outcome, and of course it is an extremely good achievement by Malm here to actually take over or kill a Victorian England, which, as I was saying, has a lot of bonuses towards making units or free units, getting free units from his harbors. But still, it wasn't enough to stop Malm. Level 4 Caravel Armada. This has the Embolon promotion, reinforced hull, convoy, and creeping attack. That is plus 14 combat strength versus naval raider units. Those are the Sea Dogs, for example. And there is one unit I didn't see into this game from neither of them. Maybe one of them should have gotten it. Interesting. And it looks like 3 cities from Australia are already taken over by Indonesia. Indonesia is moving all of his fleet towards Spain here, and Spain will probably receive his undivided attention. It's gonna get problematic really fast here for Spain. Is he getting at least printing in the meantime? Let's see. He's working on. Oh my God, he's working on steam power. Oh no. Oh no. $259 science here from Ponyo. At the beginning, we were saying he has an amazing land to sim, to develop his empire, to expand, to build his campuses. But look at this, 259 science, and it is turned 75. I mean, impressive achievement, I would say. And he doesn't even have libraries in all of his campuses. Look, this is missing one. He's building the university soonish. I'm not even sure who even got. Oh yeah, there we go. So Isaac Newton has been recruited by Indonesia, and I think Hypatia was recruited by Indonesia as well earlier. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there we go. So actually, both scientists are on Chuck Maurice there with 230 science and 159 culture. Clearly overwhelming Solo there. I don't think Solo has any kind of chance to actually come back into this game. Losing units left and right. He doesn't have the enough production to match, or I should say, outmatch Indonesia's power here. And it looks like Indonesia is not losing as many units as Solo is. That is extremely problematic since you don't have the capability of replacing those units. Oh, in the meantime, it looks like Russia did try to go into Persia's land and is actually gonna do some damage here. Not sure how much. It does look like that Cossack Corps can do a lot of damage to the field cannons. He just Miramber does not have enough of them pre-built or on the front lines over there. He's gonna need some more, and Russia is actually making. Yeah, he's gonna need gold support here. He's making minus 14 gold a turn. That is dangerous territory. He's gonna start losing units. He built a tunnel in the mountain from Astrakhan, and look at this funny thing. He moved the Cossack through that tunnel and got them into this Persian territory. I still don't think he will manage to do anything here. Persia has enough production and good technology to withstand this attack, but I may be wrong. Let's see. The Cossacks are not to be taken lightly. I was expecting Persia to have like a line of field cannons over here. That's the only way to withstand an attack from Cossacks. Well, it's not always guaranteed, but it does make a good bit of difference. Not sure what Solo wrote there. Unfortunately, the bug, the text bug is there. It may be the GG. That is the GG there. Team LSA concedes the game to Pyramid. They were the underdogs in this match, and it looks like in the end they couldn't manage to overtake the Pyramid boys, the confined mongers, as they like to call themselves. And look at that, I just got a fire axis crash as well. Weird. Okay, unhandled exception, something, something, call stack, whatever. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this game, and we're gonna have more out of this. We do have I have another game scheduled tomorrow. Just gonna switch over to the waiting screen over here so I don't have a black screen. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I think it was somewhere on the lines of 7 something. Hello, Minato. No, they didn't push through. They tried, and they were pushed back by horses and archers at the beginning there, and yeah, basically they were at the standoff until Cossacks, and Cossacks just didn't have enough punch to overtake the units from Persia. So tomorrow we will have a game next Vigram versus Zone of Control. That is at 4 p.m. GMT. For Russia, for example, it will be 7, I believe, right? 7 p.m. And if you are from France, it's gonna be 6 p.m. If you are from America, I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, 4 p.m. GMT tomorrow. I will start up the stream again. In the meantime, I hope you really enjoyed this game. I do thank you for the follows. I do thank you for the support. And let's see each other at the next game so we can get some more of these extraordinary matches from these experienced players on Civilization 6. And enjoy them as much as possible. Have a good night. This has been On Spot TV with Michael signing off.